So you're ready to make a walk list. You've created your universe, you've created all the tags that you've needed or your groups. If you haven't done these things yet, go ahead and check out our videos. We'll include some links in the description below. So it's important to create your groups and to create, by the way, groups is the same as tags, and to also create your universe so that you can get this moving in the right direction. So the first thing you want to do when you're ready is choose walk. And that will open up a whole new submenu. Come into project administration. And this will take you over to all of the walk projects. As you can see, I already have a walk project made here already, but we're going to create a new one today. So let's go ahead and choose create new walk packet project and call it I'm just calling it new project. So once you have that, auto remove already voted. This is so important. I would leave it as a yes. What happens is that Webelect receives information from the state of Florida about people who have already voted. And they is Webelect will all automatically remove those voters from this walk project so that you're not walking homes of people that have already voted. You can concentrate on those that have not yet voted. So that's exactly what you want there. It says enter the letter options for walkers to mark on printed packets. I like the SOU, let's see, support, oppose, undecided, N, and then YS. So N for not home and YS for yard sign. So what does all this mean? This means that if you print this walk packet, there's going to be the Sounys, the SOUNYS, over off on the right hand side of each address. And as someone walks that home, they can circle what happened at that address. S means support. We were there, we spoke to the voter, they are supportive. Oppose means, hey, they're not voting for you, buddy. U is typically most people you speak to, which are undecided. N means not home. And YS means they have requested a yard sign. Then if you would like to collect more information, enter the text to print beneath each address. I usually like to add here, add email address. And I'll even do this at Gmail, Yahoo, MSN. Like I'll just add stuff there to make it easier for the person who's canvassing. I hope that the majority of canvassers use the app and don't use paper, mostly because it's easier administratively to be able to collect the data in real time and also to see where they are and which doors they're knocking and stuff. So let's go ahead and come up here. Here's where you can add the script. If you have a script, go ahead and put it in there, but it's not necessary. You don't need to add a script. Tags. Tags is the same thing as groups. For me, I like to think of them as files, right? So it's what information are you collecting? Well, I'd like to collect information to know if the person was home or not home. I would like to collect information if it's a no soliciting home. Support, opposed, undecided, because if someone speaks to the voter, you want to know uh, what that outcome was, of course. And then you could add all kinds of things like had a religious item outside the home, had a Black Lives Matter flag outside the home, had a USA flag outside the home, because the more information you're able to gather, the better you can target the voter in the future um, with mail or with email or text messages, any of that stuff. So let's go here and let's start picking out these tags. Do not return, that's an important one. I normally add that tag as a place that we should not be coming back to because it's dangerous. And that way we're not bringing, if you're canvassing a place maybe 3 or 4 times, I hope that you touched a voter more than that, but we want to let our canvassers know not to knock on that door. So that's one. Let's see here, home. Remember we mentioned that home is important. Not home, no soliciting. A voter moved, that's important. And these are just a few. You can change it however you want. The order of these is the order in which it's going to appear in the app. The app is what the canvasser uses when they knock on doors. I tend to put home and not home at the top because those are the ones that are used the most, followed by no soliciting. So, not home, home, no soliciting. And then you could add everything underneath that: support, opposed, undecided. You get where I'm going with this. Let's go ahead and add yard sign so that when the canvasser is out there speaking to the voter, if the voter wants a yard sign, they can just go ahead and put it in there. The data is automatically stored, and if they delivered it, they just simply choose delivered from the app, and if they haven't, they choose request, in which case you can then send someone later to go deliver the yard sign. But that is how you create a walk project. So let's go ahead and save that. But if you know, so how do I add voters to the new project? Well, you add it from your universe. You should have created your universe already. If you have not, we have a video about that. So let's go ahead here to the main menu. And now I'm going to voter info because we're going to target the voter. Now you've already created the universe, but we need to target the voter inside the universe. So let's click targeting. Go ahead and choose new page of voter criteria. And what I like to do from in here, generally we do not canvas apartments because they're very transient. So here under address types, I choose keep only street addresses so that we are filtering out all of the apartments. I'm going to choose next page. And now what I'm going to do when I reach the next page is that I'm going to select the file that contains our universe in there. Okay, so now we are where you should already have your universe. And we created this in a different video. It's called R Voted 2022. I'm going to select it. If you look up here, this is rows and columns. So keep only if member of any here. So from the entire voter database, I only want these voters. And you can get picky. You can say, I want these voters, but anyone who is opposed, let's exclude the entire household, or exclude all of no soliciting, so that we make sure that you don't go to homes that you don't need to go to. So now we've selected the universe, we've kind of filtered some information through it. Let's choose next page, output options, and this will bring us to another menu. This gives you all kinds of options. But what we're doing today is a walk canvassing project. So under here, under walk canvassing, you want to show options. By the way, I usually just like to kind of take this. You can copy paste it. This is everything that you went through in order to get there. Even this one down here. So from up here, from filter review to there. And you can add it in the description of your walk target, because as you start moving along, you're going to forget how you got those voters in the first place. Because you'll find that, as you get used to Webelect, you'll get kind of fancy. So, but you can add this in the description. I'm not going to do that today, but that's a tip. So walk canvassing, show options. You want to save into, and here is the new project. We named it new project. We're going to run report. You're going to be tempted to plot to Google Maps. That is a very bad idea. You will lose everything you just did. It's plot to Google Maps is so that you can then see it on a map, but the map is unsaved. There's nothing you can do to save it once you go that route. If we just go ahead and add it into this project, you'll be able to see it in a map in a way that is saved and that you can move forward with it without having to recreate it. So here we have it, save into new project, run report. And this will add all of those homes into the walk project that we have created. So here we go, 92,378 addresses added to the list. Now, just to give you a little bit of a heads up, I paused this video as Webelect was doing its work. The more homes that you're working with, the more data you're working with, the heavier that it is, the longer that it takes. This probably took about 5 minutes. I suggest that if this happens to you, just be patient, watch some TV, read a book, make some phone calls, just kind of wait it out. So, all right, I'm going to press OK. It's going to take me back here. But now we're done. I mean, there might be other things you want to do with this, but we're really done for the purposes of creating the walk project. So let's go and check it out. Let's go to the main menu, walk, project administration, and there we go. New project with 92,378 homes. And you could take a look at it here if you wanted to. That would just go ahead and populate the entire Orange County. And you could zoom in anywhere. It clusters when it's large like that, but you can zoom in anywhere, and it's still clustered in its different precincts. And see, as you zoom in, you can see those markers. Let me go ahead and zoom out. And that is how you create a walk project. Check out our next video, which shows you how to create a walk packet inside of that project so that you can send out your canvassers to go knock on doors.